Hi there guys, Bovine Hamster here, and we're going to take a look today at my first support of the new expansion. This is the number 1 support, which is Narbash, and I'm going to explain why he currently at the moment is the best support. And the main thing that makes him the best support is his movement speed. So let's go over his abilities first. He's got a wallop, which is his basic attack. Okay, every 1.5 seconds he can smash someone in the face for 70 damage. Who cares, basically. Thunk. Okay, this is one of his good abilities. Okay, you want to be saving this for Gideon for his ultimate. Gideon being flavor of the month at the moment, he's probably one of the most picked casters you'll find going mid. As soon as he jumps up, does his ultimate, you want to turn around and you want to use this thunk on them. You need to save the thunk for things like Gideon's ultimate, guys. Okay. What else would it be good against? Grimm's ultimate, because Grimm has to stand still now. You can see when it's about to happen. Maybe you see Murdoch kneeling on the ground about to do an ultimate shot. You can use that to stop him doing it. But the main culprit at the moment, the main person I use this against is Gideon, guys. Yeah. Do not just randomly use your thunks. Yeah. Think about who you're up against. Take a look at your enemy team and think, who am I going to need to stun in a team fight? Yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a Gideon, guys. And you just, whatever happens, hold on to this for dear life until you see Gideon jump up and use his ultimate. Okay, that is when this is good. It's also good against the Muriel. If you ever see her getting ready to use her ultimate, you can thunk her out of her ultimate, which puts her ultimate on cooldown for like 25 seconds. Also means she can't save a teammate. March. This is his power ability, guys. Okay. This gives a massive AoE effect to everyone around, that they get sped up for 3 seconds. This is good for 2 reasons. Number 1, chasing people down. I see a lot of team fights happen at the moment where people are trying to chase others and you can't catch up to them. Yeah, but with Narbash, you pop this, you can catch up with them, you can get the kill. I've also seen it where you'll see people try to come in for a gank, and you can pop this to save both yourself and your ADC that you should be supporting in the safe lane. Okay, this March is just, it's phenomenally good at the moment with the fact that everyone has the same speed. Yeah, if an ADC gets ganked, all the ADC needs to do is turn around, run away, and he's running at exactly the same speed that you are. Okay, with this March you can catch up to them, no problem. That's fantastic. Okay, Song of My People. Oh my days. Oh my days, has this been buffed so much. So at maximum level, pardon me 2 seconds. So at maximum level, this does 45 heals per second. 45 heals per second. Okay, 10 seconds. If a fight lasts 10 seconds, that's 450 health. You are regenerating to your entire team. Okay, so what happens is, as soon as I see a team fight happening, I am popping this bad boy, because I want my team to survive the initial burst that the enemy team is going to be unleashing. Okay, so this is a fantastic skill. This is the first skill that I max out. Song of My People, because that early ability is just heal 45 a second per second is just, it's insane. The amount of team fights you're going to win with this ability right here. Okay, Crash, bang, boom. Okay, this is a little bit better than it used to be. Currently, if you take a look at a lot of the heroes that used to be able to stop this, take a look at Steel. Steel's not exactly the best hero to be taking at the moment. If you take a look at who else? Richter. Richter is just complete trash tier at the moment. He is the worst tank stroke support at the moment. Muriel, you don't see that much at the moment, so this is actually a pretty good ultimate to have. It gets a lot better late game than it is early game, just mainly because of the build that I use in order to facilitate the extra damage that you're going to need late game. Okay, so that's kind of the overview that you want. Remember, guys, okay, and I cannot stress this enough, first of all, you max out Song of My People as soon as you can, because that 45 healing is needed so badly. And Thunk, you save that for things like Gideon's ult. I can't really think of anyone else it would be massively that useful for other than Gideon's ult, but if you see a Gideon on the enemy team, you manage to hit that Thunk as the Gideon jumps up to do his ultimate, you're going to be the MVP of the match. Okay, so let's take a look at the deck that I've got here. So I call this pro support, guys. I actually love playing this build. Okay, so what we've got here is Centurion Stone, Scout's Ward, Healer Token, Portal Stone, Health, Circlet of Health with an Advanced Mana, a Mana, and a Basic Mana. We've got a Guardian's Ward here with a Divine Health, a Health, and a Lesser Health. We've got a Quartz Blade with 3 cast tokens in. We've got a Quartz Blade with an Advanced Spark and 2 Advanced Chronos. We've got a Quartz Blade with 3 cast tokens in again. We've got Honor the Pure with Divine Health, Health, and a Lesser Health. We've got a Tempest Pearl with 3 cast upgrades. So the way this works is you're going to be in the safe lane with your ADC, and you're going to be wanting me to putting on as much pressure to the off lane that you can. And there's 2 things that you need for that. First of all, you need health regen. The second thing you need is vision. If you don't have vision, do not apply pressure. Okay, so I always start off with a healer token, which gives you 2.8 health regen, so you can put a harassment in. If you start getting hit, you can back off a little bit, let your health regen, and if your offlaner runs out of regen, then you are going to win, basically. Scout's Ward. Here's what you do. As you come into the safe lane, you will notice in between the tower and where the gold buff is, there is a shadow spawn on the left hand side. Now that left hand side can allow someone to come through and gank behind your ADC. So what I always do as soon as I get my Scout's Ward is I place a ward behind that shadow plane. Now there's a little trick where you can get it just above the wall, and I might do a separate video on that actually, on how to place wards. There's a little place just above it where if you stand at the correct angle, you can get it in a position where melee heroes are not going to be able to get it, and where it can see over the wall. But the 2 places that I generally put the Scout's Ward are there behind that shadow plane, and then if you look at the gold buff on the left hand side, you will see there's also like a shadow plane. You can actually do one of 2 things. You can either stick the ward just on the ledge, which sees everything, but it's pretty easy to take down, or if you look across from the ledge, as you jump, right, if you go to place the ward, as you jump, you will see the ward will jump all the way up, and it places the buff just above the wall. Okay, and if you manage to get it up there, not only does it see all of the area that's below it. It also sees, if you're above the prime buff, it'll see the prime. It'll also see the raptors, if you're on the raptor side, basically. In fact, yes, I very much will do a how to place wards guide, because I think it'd be a lot easier to show you. After that, guys, what I do is once I get a few points, 3 points, I go back, I remove my Scout's Ward and my Healer's Token, I exchange that for a Circlet Health and a Guardian's Ward. 3 words, vision is king on this map, okay? If you can avoid getting ganked, if you can help your ADC avoid getting ganked, then you have a massive advantage over your enemy, okay? So if you're constantly healing them for an extra 2.8 health, okay, if you are able to put vision up in the areas that I've mentioned, your ADC is going to have a very, very good time of farming. Now, it's at this point that you've got a fork in the road, and you've got to choose what you want to do, okay? Are you getting harassed quite a bit? Are you having to use your spells quite a bit, okay? Because if you are, then what you want to do is you want to go into your Quartz Blade with the 3 sparks in it, or 3 chronos, depending on what you've got in your deck, okay? Now the reason you want to go for this, it gives you a nice little bit of health, 50, yeah, but it starts you on your path of your mana regen, okay? Now, if you need more mana regen because you're using lots of spells, then I tend to go into the Quartz Blades, okay? But if I can hold off, I want to hold off those 6 points to get Honor the Pure. Why do I want to get Honor the Pure? Because this particular item right here for now, for a support or a tank, is absolutely effing OP right now. Yeah, so take a look. It does 125 shield plus 25 per player level, okay? So you're level 10, that's 250, that's 375 shield at level 10. 375 shield, guys, okay? That is going to be a burst of at least 1 ability for a caster. That is a lot of absorption that you're doing. Not only that, but if you see your teammates are taking damage, yeah, what you can do is you can pop on the Pure to keep them alive, whilst at the same time you've got your heal going. Remember, your heal is 45 health per second that you are healing. Yeah, by the time they've gone through this shield, you may have already healed up a couple of hundred health on your allies, helping to turn the tide. This is a phenomenal card right now, okay? And if you can get this first, if you feel like you can get away with not having this mana regen, yeah, you go for this first. That's fantastic, okay? Then what I do is I fill my bars out with the Quartz Blades, okay? There's Tempest Pearls here just as a kind of an optional thing, so you don't really need to worry too much about this. So I end up my full build being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? Now, once I've got Honor the Pure and I've filled up my bars with the Quartz Blade, the Guardian's Ward, and the Circlet of Health, I start looking, what do I need? Do I need a bigger mana pool? If I do, then I start filling out my Circlet of Health. Do I need more mana regen? Yes. Then I go straight for the Advanced Spark, which, as you take a look here, is plus 3 mana a second. You end up with, once you filled this out, I think it's like plus 6.5 to 7 mana regen a second. Yeah, this means in a team fight you can still kick around. You're regenerating a lot of mana, which allows you to keep in the game and gain more experience. Yeah. Do you need more health? If you need more health, you've got Honor the Pure that you can max out, or you've got your Guardian's Ward that you max out. Yeah. Or do you find that your team is lacking in damage? If it is, then you start maxing out the damage in either of the Quartz Blades, okay? Now, the thing is that on his... Let's go take a look. Where is he? On his abilities, you'll take a look. Thunk, yeah. ability damage, and ability damage for his crash bang boom. Yeah, so when you are maxing out the ability damage, which is what these are filled with, the cast tokens here, yeah, you are doing a lot more damage in your ultimate, and this really helps late game. Now with this Narbash build, I very rarely get to late game with 60 card power. You're winning the team fight comes down to your choice of what spells you're using, when you're using those spells, and how you put this build together. This is not a build which has a fixed way of putting it together. You have to take a look at what is going on with your team fights. Okay, are your teammates dying very quickly? Yeah, do you need to rush onto the pure? Do you need to rush mana regen so you can keep up the heals that you need in order to keep your guys surviving? Yeah, are you being focused down? Yes or no? If you are, okay, then you need to start stacking some health. Yeah, do you feel that your team is lacking in damage because you've got too many tanks, or too many people gone for a tanky build? If that's so, then you want to start filling out the quartz blade with all the damage, guys. But this is kind of an all-round build. Narbash, in my opinion, is currently the top support, guys. He's better than Muriel. He is better than Richter. He's better than Steel, just generally because of his insta stun that he has, and just the amount of healing he can throw out. It's absolutely insane. Because with the healer token, he's doing 47.8 health regen a second. Not the healer token, sorry, circular health, which is just insane. So we'll just go over this build one last time. Okay, so we got Centurion here to give yourself some extra tankiness later on. We got the Scout Ward and the healer token early game. Portal Stone if you feel like you need to get to towers quickly or get back to your ADC. Although to be fair, I never use this. Circle of Health here with advanced mana, and basic mana. Guardian's Ward here with a divine health, and a lesser health. We've got a Quartz Blade with 3 cast tokens in. Quartz Blade with an Advanced Spark, Advanced Chrono, and Advanced Chrono. Quartz Blade with 3 cast tokens. On the Pure with a divine health, a health, and a lesser health. And a Tempest Pearl with 3 cast tokens. So that's my Narbash build, guys. That's generally how I work my Narbash. It's very situational on how I feel my teammates are doing. A lot of your dependency on winning in solo queue is to be adapting to your team, which is why I like playing support quite a lot. There's only so much you can do as a tank, there's only so much you can do as an ADC, there's only so much you can do as a caster, but as a support you can be the glue that kind of meshes everyone together, and that's why I like playing support in solo queue so much, because you have options to change here. You know, is your team lacking in damage? Fantastic, right? Okay, well I can adapt that. Yeah. Is the enemy team focusing me down and wasting all their ultimates on a support? Yes. Well, fantastic. Well, let's stack a little bit of health and make it a little bit harder for them to kill us, so that it saves my teammates. Yeah. Do I need more mana to be able to continue casting heals? Yeah. Do I need to rush the shield so that my teammate can get into team fights early? All these kind of questions you need to be asking yourself in any game, not just necessarily with this deck, but this is kind of like a whole holistic way of taking a look at how your team's working, guys. Either way, have a go at this, guys. It's a lot of fun. Narbash is amazing. I always wanted Narbash to be good. He just wasn't good in Legacy, but in this monolith, he is fantastic. So let me know how you get on with this guide, this deck, guys, in the comments below. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Let me know who you would like to see next. Take care, and I'll see you soon.